beautiful crafty friends. So last night I was attempting to do a couple acrylic paint pours. It's not something that I am very adept at. In fact, I think that was my third attempt. Still don't have the hang of it, but I went to use my project picker today to decide what I was going to video for you. If you haven't seen this yet, I will link below a video describing what it is. It's basically a source of ideas and a helpful guide to when you can't figure out what it is you want to do. So basically you roll a die and come up with a number between 1 and 20. I rolled a 7, which is acrylic paint, and then I rolled a 1, which is acrylic paint pour ideas. So apparently the universe wants me to keep playing with this. I mean, the only way you're gonna get good at something is to keep practicing. So that's what I'm gonna do. This is one of the things that I made last night. It kind of looks to me like a topographical like map of like some weird swamp estuary or something. So I mean, there's little bits and pieces of it that I like, but this whole area got a little too muddy. I just kept blowing on it and playing with it, and I should have stopped ages ago. But anyway, that's what happens when you you're practicing. I'm just using dollar store canvases. And I'm also going to be using, I found these at the dollar store, and they're like a color pour pre-mixed pouring paint. It doesn't say if they're mixed with water or if there's any pouring medium in, so I have no idea, but we're gonna give it a shot. These are only $1.50 each, so I figure if I mess it all up, I am not out very much, and this way I'm doing it without a whole bunch of expensive materials that I'm investing in. And then I've also got some white acrylic paint. It is an Amsterdam titanium white. I do use white paint a lot, so I do have a big bottle of it. And I mixed that with a Demo Acrylics pouring medium. And then I also mixed up some black. It is just an acrylic paint, again from the dollar store, so nothing crazy. And I also mixed that with that same pouring medium. So those are going to be my bases. I am going to use one of these tins that I got because I do have a mat down that if the paint goes on there, it will eventually dry and I can just peel it off. However, the mess that I make is phenomenal. So I am going to do it inside this instead and see if I can save myself a good hour of cleaning time. I'm gonna try doing a whole bunch of blues and turquoise, I think. I'm gonna kind of go in stripes across the canvas. And just see what happens. I really like the technique where it's blown out. I just love the way that looks, so I want to try that again. Now, do I want to add some of this green? Just a tiny bit. Add a bit of white. Some sapphire. A bit more of the dark over here, and then I think I'm probably good. Okay, then my thought was to put some black on the sides, whether or not that is the right move or not. Hey, you know what? It's art. Right? Who's to say what is wrong and what is right? Okay. I wish I had a better heat tool, but I think maybe I'll try a straw and see how that goes. Okay, so I've got some glass straws, so I'm gonna give it a shot and see what happens. That's a big mess. It's kind of cool, but some of the paint just keeps covering up some of the cool things that I'm revealing. It's weird. Well, okay, I'm gonna leave that and I'm gonna try something else. I mean, it's interesting. Okay, I'm going to basically try the same thing that I just did, but I have taken some like Amsterdam acrylic paints in colors that were like as close to what I was using before, and I have kind of thickened up the paints just a little bit. That one's quite a bit thicker. That might be too thick. And they might not all be the same consistency. But you know what? Again, I'm just playing, so I'm okay if things aren't perfect. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are maybe too thick now, but I'm gonna roll with it and see what happens. Just a little bit more green. Don't want the green to take over. That's good. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing that I did before. Okay, I'm going to tilt it just a little bit to get paint to each end. Oh, you can see how much of a difference there is in paint consistencies. Oh goodness, Katia. Okay, now I'm going to use the blow dryer. I do think it is better. It would have been better still if all of my paint consistencies would have been the same, but they were vastly different. So, but I mean, it's better than the first one. So I'm learning. It's all about learning, right? It's all about learning. Okay, now I feel like I want to do something different. This time, I'm gonna not do a pour. Just because even with the project picker, my mind goes in many different directions. So, crumbled up some tinfoil. I'm gonna try and get it uncrumpled again. Okay. So this time I'm thinking I just want to kind of play with painting right on the actual. Speak, Katia. This time I want to just kind of draw on the tinfoil. That's what it's called. Because it's in tubes, I'm just gonna kind of make some designs and see what happens. Okay, now my plan is to literally just squish my canvas onto this and see what happens. Playtime. This is what's great about using, materials and stuff from the dollar store, is that it might not be the best quality of stuff, but when you're learning something new and you're playing, there's less risk, you know, like you're okay if something doesn't turn out because you can either just, you know, try and use it again. Like there's one of the paintings over there that I'm not happy with, so I'll probably use it once again, just paint over it. Okay, let's see what happened. Okay, I might have used too many colors. It's a little bit crazy, muddy mess. But I think there is potential though in this. I think I should just try it with like maybe 2 colors. Got a piece of paper right beside me. I'm just gonna like, this is not watercolor paper. I'm just curious to see what would happen if I just put a piece of plain paper down. I might scrape all of this off actually and try this again and see what happens. Like get a new piece of tinfoil and try with like less colors. Well, that actually came out cooler, I think, than the canvas. I'm gonna set this aside to dry. I like this top part at least. The bottom part got a little too crazy. Oh, that's kind of trippy. I'm just gonna keep doing this until I can't get any more paint because I don't want to waste it. Okay, let's do one more. Maybe I'll brayer it. Then we'll really get some texture in there. Now we're thinking. Ooh. Oh, that is so cool. I don't know if you can see. I don't know if it's showing up on camera how cool that is, but I think it's very cool. All right, so I scraped off all the paint. And this is what happened. Now part of me is like, do I leave it? No, I'm gonna redo it. I'm gonna do the same thing. Yep. But this is something to keep in mind for another day. Okay, again, I'm gonna use up what I have here, but I think I'm gonna go a little bit less crazy on the amount of colors and the shapes. I'm just gonna kind of go a little bit more in lines, I think. I'm going to use the same canvas and see what happens. It could be an utter failure, but like I said, ugh, it's so messy. Ooh, I think that's better. Ooh, I like that much better. I just want the sides to get in there. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. This little bit. I'm gonna let that dry and see what happens with that. It's kind of interesting. Whew, that's so cool! Oh, I love it. I love it. I wonder what would happen if I took a smush of this. Would that ruin it? It's all about experimentation. Let's see what happens. Ooh, okay. Okay. Here's the other one. I think I just discovered a new way that I want to start doing backgrounds. This is cool. Very kind of sea-esque. Just smushing one into the other, but this time I think I'm gonna give it a little twist. Oh, crazy, we're going crazy. And lift. Oh, it kind of looks the same. Okay, I'm running out of room to put things. I think I'm probably gonna stop here. because I don't have any more floor space. So I had a lot of fun with this. It was definitely just a playtime. I don't know if any kind of wisdom of any kind was imported in this video. However, I had fun, and to me tonight, that's all that matters. Clean time. Bye. I'll see you very soon.